Today I got these through the post. It's the Polar Pro ND32 filter. It's also a circular polarizer because I fly over the sea here a lot, so I thought try and get rid of the glare, get a circular polarizer at the same time on it. The reason I've only bought the one filter is because most of the time here in Spain it's just bright sunlight all the time. I don't really need like an ND4 or an ND8. There's no point. So I just brought the one. Right. So now we'll do the initial start up and you'll see that the gimbal, it's fine. Right, we'll start doing the initial start up now. And hopefully that on. That on as well. Oh, sorry. Turn that on as well. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't get stuck like my last set. So turn all that off. As I only got this filter in the post this afternoon, I'm desperate to go and fly it, but at the moment the wind's picked up. It's just too windy this afternoon, so when Sean and myself next go out in the next day or so, the filter will be on, we'll be over the sea, and hopefully I've got no glare. And then we'll have a look afterwards. I'll try and do a quick flight with the filter and a quick flight without the filter, and then in post try and show a split screen. That's if I can learn how to do it. These filters from Sunny Life just will not go on my Mavic. I've pushed and pushed, but I just don't want to push any harder. You know, I'll end up breaking the gimbal. So I've had to swallow my pride, buy an expensive set from Polar Pro. But you do get a nice case, so you know, I'll probably keep the case to put my filter in. This was the original filter that I wanted to use, an ND32 from Sunny Life. But as I said earlier, I've tried to get it on my Mavic, and I've pushed and pushed, but I don't want to break the gimbal, so I can't really give a review on this because I can't use it. But the tolerances must be so fine, you know, that I just can't take the risks. So this is the Polar Pro one is made of metal rather than plastic, but it goes on fine. So what I'll do is I'll just set up the scales, and we'll see if there's any. We'll see if there's much difference between the two filters. So let's just set this up. Right, according to my scales then, the Polar Pro weighs 1.03. Start again. And the Sunny Life weighs 0.7. So, even though this is a much heavier filter, it fits. So that's a good thing. Right, I've had a bit of a play around with the Polar Pro ND filter now, the polarizing part of it on my pool, and I think I've got it set up right now. It took a bit of faffing around. You've got to mark the lens, or mark the side of the lens, keep twisting it around to your eye till you think you've got the least amount of reflections on the water, but it doesn't all go away. Mark it and then try and put it on the Mavic to suit. Why Polar Pro can do this for you, you know, all they had to do was put 4 dots on around the housing, and you could just line it up from there instead of doing it yourself like that. Very strange way of doing it. As you can see from both bits of footage, there isn't a great deal of difference in the reflections on the water, but the ND32 filter definitely makes a difference, as I can set it exactly for twice the shutter speed at 1/50th. Not very scientific, but it's the best I can do at the moment, considering how windy it is. All I was trying to do was get the glare on the pool and see the difference between the ND32 and without a filter. And there is definitely a difference. So we'll have to wait till we do a part 2 when I can actually fly over the ocean and we get to see if we can get the full effects. But hopefully it'll make life easier for me in post-production.